We got a problem.
In roughly 18 months, the Los Angeles Lakers went from NBA champions to the NBA lottery. And because of the Anthony Davis trade, they actually didn't have a chance to reap the benefits of being able to use that first round pick. After losing to the Phoenix Suns in 6 games in 2021, the organization believed that changes needed to be made. They decided to bring in the former league MVP Russell Westbrook to possibly be the missing piece around LeBron James and Anthony Davis. To say that his fit with this team is a disaster will be putting it very lightly. Even the most pessimistic fan could not have predicted that Westbrook would look as bad as he did last year. And to be real honest, his defense was probably worse than his offense. He averaged his lowest point total since his second season in the NBA, and his minutes per game dipped to his fewest since 2014. And there were even rumors of trading him for John Wall at the trade deadline to salvage the season. And the home crowd didn't hold back their feelings towards Westbrook when he would consistently commit turnovers, miss easy layups, and take bad shots. You could see Westbrook lose confidence on a game-to-game basis. Injuries and age just didn't allow this team to ever get over the hump. The Lakers finished with a 33-49 record and missed the play-in tournament. And as soon as the season was over with, they made immediate changes. The Lakers fired head coach Frank Vogel only 2 seasons after he helped them win their 17th NBA championship. And they hired Darvin Ham. And he has spent the last 2 decades in professional basketball, playing for 6 teams during his 8-year NBA career that spanned from 1996 to 2005. He has been an assistant coach for the Lakers, the Atlanta Hawks, and the Milwaukee Bucks. Ham was a member of the Detroit Pistons when they won in 2004. And he was also an assistant coach when the Milwaukee Bucks won in 2021. But there's no doubt that Ham will have some big shoes to fill. No matter how Lakers fans feel about Frank Vogel now, he has led 3 separate number 1 ranked defenses. And he has no doubt been one of the most accomplished defensive coaches in the past decade. LeBron is still a top 5 player in my opinion. And he showed how great he still is last season when he almost led the league in scoring at his age. But I believe the load that he carried on offense took a toll on him in regards to his defense. At his age, you really can't expect him to have the energy every night to be elite offensively and defensively. That's why the health of Anthony Davis is so important for this team to return back where they belong, the playoffs. LeBron has always wanted AD to be the number 1 scoring option, which would allow him to preserve himself throughout the regular season to be able to be fresh going into the playoffs. LeBron played 56 games last year, while AD played 40. If the Lakers don't get more games from those 2 guys, then this team is going nowhere fast. There are too many flaws on this team and too much depth in the Western Conference for this team to overcome significant injuries to those 2. A healthy Lakers team is probably a playoff team. They pursued much younger players this past offseason instead of retaining veterans past their primes from last year's team. Lonnie Walker, Troy Brown Jr., Damian Jones, Thomas Bryant, and Juan Toscado Anderson could be nice additions to this team, but you really can't expect anything more than average play from these guys. Besides the 2 big stars on the team, the Lakers fans should be excited about Austin Reeves going forward. I believe he can be an Alex Caruso type of player, a smart player who can affect the game in multiple areas. Reeves joined the Lakers as an undrafted free agent and quickly proved he deserved a spot on the team. From Summer League to the start of the season last year, he went from signing a 2-way deal to signing a standard NBA contract. Right out the gate, he proved he deserved serious rotation minutes. The 24-year-old stood his ground on the defensive end and proved his potential on the other side of the court, showing he can shoot the ball from distance, scoring at the rim, and making good passes to the open man. He should be a starter for this team, preferably at the 2-guard position. But Darvin Ham might have him at the 3 for the time being. They also dealt 2 young players in Taylor Horton-Tucker and Stanley Johnson to Utah for the defensive menace Patrick Beverley, a player that can absolutely irritate opponents, make shots, and elevate teammates with his infectious personality and intensity. It almost seemed like LeBron and Pat Bev was destined to play with each other at some point.
If I was a free agent?
Yes.
And if me and Minnesota didn't agree to the number?
Correct.
Yes.
Would.
I wouldn't even hesitate. Just to be able to play with a great like that, be able to pick his brain, be able to, be a star in whatever role that I have, playing aside Russell Westbrook, fantastic. I mean, we couldn't ask for, and playing for the Lakers, couldn't ask for a better job.
His ferocity, his energy, and defensive presence is exactly what the team in Darvin Ham needs to improve the 21st ranked defense from last year. Beverly played a significant role for the Timberwolves' return to the playoffs last season. Over the past 5 years, Beverly has held opponents to 42% shooting as the closest defender, which is second best among players defending 2,000 shots. The Lakers will have a familiar face return to the team. Only 2 seasons after struggling during a first-round playoff exit against Phoenix, Dennis Schroeder reunites with the Lakers on a 1-year deal. It's almost like this guy's been forgotten over the last couple of years. You add him with Kendrick Nunn, Westbrook, and Pat Bev, and Darvin Ham has a loaded point guard group. Everybody knows that the Lakers have been trying to get rid of Westbrook ever since last season. The Lakers don't want Westbrook, and from certain rumors I see, it seems like Westbrook doesn't want to be a Laker. A divorce between these two seems inevitable. I really don't see him still being on this team past the trade deadline. Whether the team just outright cuts him, tells him to go home, or finally making a trade. There was a report that the Indiana Pacers wanted 2 first-round picks from the Lakers to take Westbrook and his $47 million contract off the Lakers' hand. I don't believe that the Lakers will give up those 2 first-round picks, unless it's for a star player like Kyrie Irving. Maybe as the season goes along, the Pacers will soften their stance and only ask for one of those picks. And you know that the Pacers really want to lose as many games as possible to have an opportunity to draft one of the best prospects since LeBron. Taking Miles Turner and Buddy Hield off their hands increases those chances. The front office and Darvin Ham have been saying all the right things when it comes to Westbrook, wanting to redirect his energy into defense and off-ball movement. It's basically just wishful thinking. It's hard to see Westbrook changing his mindset into a role player. The NBA can be harsh to former superstars at the end of their career. A player like Allen Iverson played his last NBA game at the age of 34. And Westbrook's 31st birthday is in November. If he can't turn it around in some kind of way this season, this could very well be his last year in the NBA in my opinion. Darvin Ham has mentioned that AD could be the starter at the 5 position this season. Doing so will more than likely bring more flow and freedom on the offensive end. There could be more speed and playmaking with AD at the 5. I expect much improvement from this team on both ends of the court. I don't think a team with LeBron James and Anthony Davis playing at a high level will miss the playoffs if they're relatively healthy. This team will definitely benefit from adding more youth and adding guards like Pat Bev and Dennis Schroeder. As currently constructed, they do not have enough to be an NBA title contender. As long as Westbrook is in the rotation, he will hurt the team more than help the team. I believe the Lakers will be a playoff team, but I don't believe they have enough around LeBron and AD to make another deep playoff run this year if the roster stays the same. I have the Lakers finishing with the 8th seed with a 44-38 record. LeBron and AD will be able to lead the Lakers back to the playoffs after missing them last season. Darvin Ham will bring a new voice and leadership to the squad, which will be a breath of fresh air for this team. Austin Reeves, Patrick Beverley, and Dennis Schroeder will be the role players that shine the most this season, and their production and impact will give the best 2 players the help they need to have a bounce-back season. But like I said earlier, as currently constructed, the Lakers will go no further than the first round with Russell Westbrook still in the rotation.
We got a problem.